In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the steering wheel controls on a Tesla Model S. This is very similar to a Tesla Model X as well. This is good from 2012 to 2021 pre-refresh. So first thing we want to do is we're going to take and adjust our steering wheel so it's all the way forward, all the way pushed out, so we have enough room to get back here. Then we're going to take and turn the steering wheel so it's almost at a 90 angle here. There's two holes back here where my hands are at that hold the airbag assembly in, so we need to make sure we have room to get those. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to open the hood. Under the hood, we need to go ahead and remove this panel. Pops right out. Next thing we need to do is remove this air intake. So we're going to go ahead, there's 3 clips on the back side up here. Now on each end there's going to be a tube. I'm going to take and go ahead and pull the tube off. If you can't get to the tube, we can pull this up. Now there's usually a clip here. This clip has been broken already. This one over here is still intact, so I'm going to take my hook in there and pop that clip up. So I just went in there and popped that out. We can go ahead and pull this up a little bit. We can see our other hose here. Go ahead and set this to the side. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull this air intake off. So we're going to pull this up, and then we're going to carefully slide this out from back there. This will give us access to our 12-volt battery and to our high voltage disconnect. So we need to shut the car down because we're going to be pulling the airbag out of the car. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove the negative cable on this vehicle. Before we shut the car down, we want to make sure the driver's window is down, driver's door is open, so we can access the steering wheel. We're going to go ahead and remove the negative cable. We're going to set this off to the side. Then we'll come over here to our high voltage disconnect. We're going to unclip this. You'll hear a clunk, and that's shutting the car down. So now the car is completely powered down. We can go ahead and remove the steering wheel. Using a T30 Torx, we're going to go ahead in here. We're going to loosen that up. And then down below, flip another one down here. Now once we remove those, we can go ahead and we can grab onto the edges and pop the airbag assembly out. Now we have a couple of electrical connectors to deal with here. I find that using my right angle pick tool helps me out the best. I can take and pop this connector out here. This is for the heated steering wheel. So if you don't have a heated steering wheel, you don't have this option. We can lift up on the clip here, unplug that. Next thing we got to do is get the airbag connector out. That's the yellow one. I'm going to be very careful with this. I'm going to push in on the clip at the top, pull back a little bit, use my finger to kind of hold it, and push in with the other one. It takes a little bit of finagling here. That should pop out, and then we want to get the wiring for the steering wheel controls. And once we pop that out, we have the whole airbag assembly. We want to be careful with this. Now let's go ahead and we're going to bring it over to a place to work. So now we have our airbag assembly in place here. So we're going to go ahead and replace these 2 switches. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 Phillips head screws. And then there's a wire harness that goes through here. Now if you read the repair manual wants you to actually cut the harness, pull it out, and then we're going to put the new harness in, coming around the back side here, and we're just going to zip tie it in there per Tesla service information. Now we're going to go ahead and remove these 4 Phillips head screws. Set those aside so we don't lose them. Now we can go ahead and pull our harness off here. So what we're going to do is we're going to push on the top here, and that'll pop out. Same thing on this side. Might have to get our fingers in here and push the harness out a little bit so we have a little something to grab onto. Now this goes through the airbag connector. We're going to cut this per the service info. We'll come back to that later. My pick tool will come in handy again to push in on here. And pop that connector out. And then from here, I'm going to work on popping the switch out. It's going to require a little bit of finagling, a little bit of gentle prying. And the switch will come out. You can see how the scroll wheel is broken. It's not in there all the way. Same thing on this side here. We're going to go ahead and use our pick tool to push the lock in and pop up that electrical connector there. And then we can go ahead and finagle this switch out as well. This one is very rough turning on this side. Last step would come in here with a pair of wire cutters. We're going to cut that harness, pull it out that way. Once again, this is per Tesla service info, so don't come at me. For the switches, you want to buy new switches from Tesla. I've bought other ones on all different places. They never work out right. There's always a problem and an issue. Do it once, do it right. Just buy the ones from Tesla. They'll come with this purple bubble wrap on there, and then also this plastic coating on there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect or pull that all off. You can see how on the volume switch here, how this one's pushed in, this one's not. I'm just going to start on this side. Now you'll see there's a couple pockets here. There's a couple standoffs on there. We want to make sure that we get those in there. So boom and boom. I'm going to go ahead and plug in my electrical connector here. Now one thing is, a lot of guys want to reuse this wire harness. I find out part of the time if you have trouble with your switches, some of it's in the harness too, so replace the harness with the new harness that they give you. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 screws in this side to secure this side down. These just go into a plastic trim ring, so no need to torque the heck out of them. Just get them tight, get them snug. Okay. So we got one side done. Now we're going to go ahead and get this side. This is going to loop around the back side here. Once again, we have the 2 standoffs in there. We're going to get our wire harness out of the way and work on getting that right in there and went in those 2 slots. I'll go ahead and put my screws in, and then we'll put the harness back on. Okay. Now the last step here is to get our harness. First of all, this harness here plugged in. This is where your little pick tool can help you out. And we'll go ahead and clip that guy in. We're going to take in, make sure this comes down along the bottom here, and make sure that this goes underneath inside like that. Now I'm going to take my gloves off of this to get a little more dexterity. You want to go around this black tube. So put our zip tie around that. Get our harness down around there. I use my side cutters here to tighten this up. trim that off, and then we're going to go ahead and tuck our harness in and around, and there we go. Now we got our new switches on here. They feel good. Let's go ahead and put this back in. Back at the car here, we're going to go ahead, we're going to start to reinstall this. So go ahead, I'm going to throw the airbag connector in first, then my switches. It doesn't matter which one goes first. Last one will be our heated steering wheel. We're going to go ahead and make sure that that's recessed back in where it goes. Now you'll see these little nubs on the steering wheel, and you'll see there's nubs on the surround here. I always start from the bottom here, and this kind of works better if you get inside the car. And start pressing this guy in. We want to pay attention to the back side here. Make sure that we get over the humps there and we get those two nubs on the top here push into place. It's also good to make sure you have the horn or the car disconnected so you're not hitting the horn while you're doing this. Okay, now before I put the bolts back in, I'm going to go ahead and repower the car up and test everything. That way if I had to take this out, it's a couple less things I have to do. To repower the car back on, we're going to go ahead, hook up our high voltage disconnect here, or fireman's loop as it's called sometimes. We're going to go ahead and put our negative cable back on. You're going to see a spark, you're going to hear a spark, that's okay. Tighten that down. You'll hear the contactors click. The horn's not blaring, which means our horn's not stuck, so that's good. We're going to give it a minute, let the car power up, and then we'll test it out. All right, the car's powered up now, so we can go ahead, we can test our volume. You can see we're scrolling up and down. Next track. Hit the voice command button. Car doesn't have connectivity, but it's working. No phone's connected. So everything's working on here. Play a little music. Volume is working good. Track buttons are working, so everything's working good. Push on here to pause. Everything's working the way it should. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to tighten these bolts down on the back side here, and we're almost all set. All right, last but not least, we're going to go ahead and put our bolts back in. These are torqued to 7 Newton meters. If you don't have a torque wrench, just getting them snug. That's all they need. Okay. All right, we're all tight. And last, check the horn. It's all good. So hopefully this helped you out. If it did, go ahead and smash a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, go ahead and smash a thumbs down twice. Show me how much you hated it. And we'll catch you next time. Thank you.